Hasan is fucking as rich, like probably as rich as I am. Let's be honest. He downplays his wealth. He gets like the same concurrent viewers as we do, and he collects all the money straight to.
Wait, dog, that's crazy. What the fuck? First of all, I do not downplay my wealth at all. And secondly, no, we are not in the same category of wealth. That is wild.
Sup, you beautiful bastards. Welcome back to the Philip DeFranco Show.
It's going to be a larger issue now that Philly D is talking about it.
You daily dive into the news. We have a lot to talk about on today's extra large show. But first, we got to talk about this Twitch dumpster fire, because there are actually several different news stories happening here, though kind of at the center of it, you have Klein, Hasan, Piker, and a creator by the name of Frogan. But where we'll start is with the fact that over the past few days, we've seen the platform accused of ignoring anti-Semitism by creators like Klein. Multiple content creators have been banned for what were deemed hateful.
The biggest lie you told, Asmongold, was you don't use Twitter too much. I'm watching you right now and you have 7 Twitter tabs open. Yeah, I often say I only use Twitter on stream. And that's true. I don't have it on my phone. I don't use it off stream.
Comments and all of the fallout that's come from that as creators and fans go after one another. Though technically, you could say that all of this started when Asmongold made his horrendous comments last week degrading Gazans, which, as we covered on the show, was something he apologized profusely for after getting banned. But then the spotlight on the situation shifted after Klein put out a video last Thursday called Twitch Has a Major Problem. And in that video, Ethan claims that Twitch harbors anti-Semites and actively ignores it. And as some evidence, he points out that Twitch recently unbanned Sneeko and Fresh and Fit, for content creators that are
I believe they're both banned now, by the way. So I hope that he mentions that.
Ambiguously anti-Semitic.
This was completely unacceptable, for the record. You literally said the asthma you don't use on the phone, not that you don't use. Yeah. This was so unimaginably unacceptable. I saw a fucking clip that's really funny, though. Sneeko was saying that me, Pokimane, and XQC demanded he get banned because he's pro-Palestinian. And even his own fucking fans were like, what are you talking about, dog? I know for a fact that Hasan is pro-Palestine. But even his own fucking fans were like, what the hell is this head ass saying? Like, they're still unbanned on YouTube. Yeah, that's not surprising. But anyway.
And then on top of that, he highlighted this segment from an official panel at TwitchCon, where multiple Arab content creators alongside some non-Arabs made a tier list.
Well, it's a panel hosted by Frogan and 4 of her friends, in which they have a tier list where they rate people where good is Arab and bottom is loves Sabra. Sabra is a very popular hummus brand. I know in Israel, it's pretty much in everybody's refrigerator, and it's kosher.
Wait, is this the thing? Yeah, this is the thing.
An American company, but they've been the subject of the pro-Palestine boycott.
Why boycott Sabra? The Strauss Group, chaired by Ofer Strauss, is a pattern providing funding and supporting the Israeli military, including the elite Golani and Gavati brigades. Any purchase of Sabra products generates income for the Strauss Group, which then supports the Israeli military and its human rights violations against Palestinians. Due to the Strauss Group's support for the Israeli army, Sabra is considered an important boycott target for the boycott, divestment, and sanctions movement, which was launched by Palestinian civil society in 2005. BDS seeks to use nonviolent forms of economic pressure against companies that are complicit in Israeli oppression of Palestinians. Will anybody read the fine print? Probably not. I suspect that if someone were to read the fine print, they would come to a very different conclusion than the one that was being presented here.
I mean, it's kind of just Arab good, Jew bad.
It's not. That's not what this was about at all. For the record, no. It's no different than someone talking about who's valid in black culture. If you had a bunch of black content creators who made a tier list, okay, and at the top of the tier list was invited to the cookout, and at the bottom of the tier list was puts raisins in potato salad. That is exactly that is exactly what this is. Also, I don't think you can have non-kosher hummus, but you know, that's besides the point. It's chickpeas. Why would 90% of the people in the bottom category be non-Jewish anti-Zionist anyway? Yeah. It literally had Michael from Pennsylvania at the bottom tier list, as in it had nothing to do with Judaism whatsoever. But they aren't all one race, though. What do you mean? How is it not? But they all aren't one race, though. You know, the panel that put that together also had a, Arab Jew from Lebanon. That is one of the hosts of the podcast, Arabs, which you should support on Patreon. Because every single one of them got fucking banned for 30 goddamn days. If the facilities aren't kosherized and it's not certified kosher, oh, my bad. Thank you for telling me. Kosher has nothing to do with chickpeas, lamau. No, I meant like I always assume like when people say kosher, they're talking about like mixing meat and dairy, that sort of stuff. Anyway. Yeah, denims was also in the loves Sabra category. It wasn't the Sabra category, it was loves Sabra. The reason why I'm mentioning this distinction is because love Sabra does not make grammatical sense if people were referring to Sabra in the way that Ethan is going to frame it. Loves Jews born in Israel is what he's going to say. It was something that I didn't know either, by the way, and I learned about this since this drama occurred.
And I'm having a hard time seeing this any other way. And what's crazy is that I've been suspecting that Twitch has an anti-Semitism problem.
Last Jew in Lebanon left in the 80s. They left during the Civil War. Yeah, he is a Jewish Lebanese person living in America. Hello? Yeah, I don't know if you know this, but the podcast co-host, unless you are personally saying he's not actually Jewish and you're making that up, for the record, he's living in the United States of America.
Obviously, it started with Hasan.
No one here in Izzy eats that garbage. What the fuck's he saying? Beirut has literal Jewish people. Israelis go to party in Beirut.
Platforming Houthi terrorists and showing unfettered terrorist propaganda on his channel.
And then along with that, Klein
Yeah, that was really the unfettered terrorist propaganda in that channel is showcasing a part of Yemeni culture in a lighthearted manner with their gift for musicals when they were being fucking genocided. That entire music video, which I will not show, obviously, I will not show again any longer, despite the fact that I show literally every single fucking type of military musical, including but not limited to the American military, but we don't fucking view it in the same way, was directly about being genocided by the fucking Saudis, for the record.
Klein also added,
If they were really serious about anti-Semitism, Sneeko and Fresh and Fit would never have been brought back.
So this part I don't disagree with. Like that's the other issue here. I hate that I'm being lumped in with this shit. Like it's fucking ridiculous, and he knows better. Like he knows that I despise these people.
To the platform, it's just a no-brainer, right? But they were welcomed back with open arms, and I mean, their whole platform essentially for the past year,
like implying that I had any say, implying that I had any fucking say whatsoever in these fucking gross losers who despise me as much as they hate fucking Ethan, and he knows that better than anybody else, is crazy. Like any sort of implication that I had anything to do with them being unbanned is so insane. My communities got hate rated by Sneekos not that long ago because I said it was fucking ridiculous that he was getting unbanned. They were fucking spamming like insane anti-Semitic, insane like Nazi shit. I think it was him and like Aiden's community that were very fucking upset. Not that long ago. They were fucking pummeling. They were like doxing people in Twitter comms and shit. That's what I have to deal with every fucking day from guys like that. It's so weird. He's not implying that. Get ready for the React video. I think it's really cynical to interpret this in any way, shape, or form. If you lump me in with these guys coming back on the fucking Twitch, I'm sorry, you are, whether cynically, inadvertently, or deliberately, doing that. Okay? That is the implication. That is absolutely the fucking implication. Okay? I'm sorry. The title of the video says Hasan Piker Twitch problem, and he's talking about Nazis being invited back. Like, that's crazy. Yeah. No need to watch the clip, but just read what he said, but he's lumping you in with him. Yeah. Plausible deniability is a convenient thing to have. Yeah, I mean, it's fucking ridiculous. Like, it's equating good faith criticisms of Israel with actual anti-Semites. Yeah, that also is like something that I find to be disgusting, especially considering that I rail on anti-Semitic, anti-Israel people on a regular fucking basis, including but not limited to Fresh and Fit and Sneeko.
Semitism. I'm not even kidding. That's literally all they talk about.
Now, all of that then led to Frogan, who's a mod for Hasan Piker's stream and also streams herself, responding and writing on Twitter. Even Klein lied again and said myself, Arabs, which is the show, and our guest did a tier list where, quote, good equals Arab and Jew equals bad, which isn't what happened. Our tier list was, quote, who has Habibi pass, which is a meme tier list we did with a variety of creators. Here is the clip with the context. Rather than sharing a clip from that event and adding, the whole basis of my podcast, Arabs with Capri and Raf, is that we are all Arabs from different religious backgrounds. I am Muslim, Capri is Christian, and Raf is Jewish. Sabra hummus is objectively the worst hummus to exist and is the unfortunate standard of hummus in the US. Right, and so with that, you had some feeling that was a reasonable response.
He knows Raf is Jewish, right? Also, he'd watched the segment at all. He would have seen Ye put some friends in the Sabra tier. And as someone who was there live, it was all lighthearted and good fun. It's common knowledge that Sabra is the worst hummus. Imagine taking an obvious joke so personally, kind of sad, really.
So others still called it a dog whistle to say Israeli without saying, especially given the context Klein gave earlier.
Hi, HasanAbi. I would like to talk about the quality hummus. Sabra ain't it, chief. I am genuinely mad about what he said. And as an Izzy, I don't like it when foreigners pick the worst brand of hummus. This is very triggering. Well, sorry. Ethan has decided that Sabra is the #1 hummus in Israel. So as an Israeli, you got to take it up with him. Okay, you can't come in here.
About its popularity in Israel. However, all of that was kind of just the tip of the iceberg, because Frogan ended up deciding just a day later to open up an entirely new can of worms after saying on stream,
I have no pity at all for any fucking soldiers. I will never have any fucking pity for any fucking soldiers. U.S. military? Boo fucking who? I hope you get PTSD. The ones the ones I'm like whatever about the U.S. soldiers are the ones that like acknowledge that like what they did was wrong. They didn't know back then. Whatever. You're a good person in my book. The U.S. military that are like, yeah, like, you know, I did this back then, but now I know it's wrong. Like, I'm changed. Like, imperialism. This, you don't deserve the PTSD. But like any other motherfucker, you're joining them. You're like, oh my god, I want my fucking Camaro, no student loans. Fuck you. I hope you get PTSD. And I hope you get no health insurance when you get back.
In terms of me saying Ethan is now considering Sabra to be the only hummus coming out of Israel, that was a joke before people fucking clip the first part out of context, by the way, and then falsely, nefariously say, Hasan is never watching my videos, blah, 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 blah. Like, okay, that was a joke. Okay. That was a fucking joke. Ay, ay, ay. I forget that I can no longer be sarcastic. I forget that I can no longer make jokes because now everything and anything I say will be nefariously used against me.
to fucking America.
Now, with that, she did eventually give a sorta apology, but even with that, many users pointed out that Twitch's hateful conduct specifically covers veteran status. So
yeah, by the way, I got hit with this too. I also don't agree with it, but that's besides the point. That's neither here nor there.
They argued that she should be banned, arguing things like Twitch ban logic. Frogan saying military service members should get PTSD, no suspension. E-Girl streams softcore porn, 24-hour suspension. Asmongold calling Muslims inferior, 14-day suspension.
Yeah, I like that we're getting our notes from this guy, by the way, in terms of who we need to ban. Like, that's what I mean. It's like it's so obvious. It's so fucking obvious, dude. It's so obvious how fucking motivated this shit is. Like, these are not people who give a fuck about Angie content. Like, didn't this guy literally used to have like a fucking straight up Nazi program?
Being a Jew in Israel, unable to even create an account on the website. Which I'll say, we're going to talk about that last bit at the end of this story. But like always with situations like this led to people digging up old clips of her saying other questionable things. Like with a clip where it appears that she may be hinting that her cousin may be involved with Hezbollah. But either way, by Monday, Twitch eventually cracked down and banned Frogan, which led many to believe that it was because she was wishing American veterans get PTSD. However, it appears that that is not the official reason. Instead, it appears that it was because of her comments on that TwitchCon panel, which is over a...
That's what's so crazy about it. Like, if it was the veteran thing, it's like, I've been banned for that too. That's a little bit more understandable. Like, I don't agree, but like, I get that it is still a part of the, rules that they have. But the fucking hummus thing is like, so obviously just like Twitch responding. So obviously Twitch responding to pressure from like the ADL and shit. That's not even true. My Jewish friend who lives in Israel can make a Twitch account. I asked her to try. No, he'll explain it in a second. It's not like, I think it was like an oversight thing, but we'll continue.
A month ago, because they also banned the others on that panel, which also led to calls that it was being racist against Middle Eastern voices. And then on top of that, Twitch permanently banned Sneeko, something that Klein felt was necessary if they wanted to tackle anti-Semitism seriously. And it also looks like the decision was in part taken because of pressure from the Anti-Defamation League, with the ADL even tweeting out a whole thread on this that started by saying...
That's crazy.
ADL
the Apartheid Defense League coming in hot to be like, we need to ban these Arab streamers.
The Twitch staff today after becoming aware of several concerning incidents on the social media platform and/or involving Twitch streamers in the past week, with them then going on to mention Frogan by name. And so with all this, we've seen Frogan not happy with her 30-day ban, saying 30-day ban for saying people like bottom of the barrel hummus, but other people get 2 weeks for advocating for the genocide of Palestinians. Got it. Or with that last part, a pretty obvious reference to Asmongold's ban. But with all of that said, like, that doesn't even bring us close to the end of all this. Right? Because after the ban of Frogan and others on that panel, many of whom were avid pro-Palestinian voices, content creators like Hasan Piker began to react in frustration. And in particular to a lot of these controversies being spread and encouraged by various subreddits and the creators associated with them, to which Hasan said,
there is no winning in this battle. Okay? There is no winning in this battle. There's nothing you and I or this community or anyone can do. Nothing at all. This is precisely the reason why I just eat it every fucking day. Okay? For the past 12 months, this has been endless. Okay? When they can't get anything off of me and my statements, then they fucking turn around and, pick apart different statements from the chat. If they can't do that, they go after people that are also pro-Palestinian, but have smaller audiences.
Hasan then went on to claim that many people's opinions are turned into a caricature of who they are. Like, for example, he says that Muslim people are often painted as anti-Semitic no matter what, and with that arguing that there isn't much he can do to change people's minds about it.
There is nothing I can do. There is nothing I can do. All I can do is just take it. Just like all Capri Sun Poppy and Frogan and everyone else that's getting banned in this mass ban wave, that all they can do is take it.
But then at almost the exact same time Hasan was making these statements on his stream, Klein was also streaming, with most of that criticizing Twitch for having an anti-Semitism problem, right? Talking about the recent unbans and criticizing people like Hasan for letting it become commonplace on Twitch. And among his problems with Hasan is that he's promoting this guy from Yemen who many think, Klein included,
I'm not promoting this guy from Yemen, okay? If you ask me, a 19-year-old from Yemen has withstood genocide, I am going to say the truth. Yes, a 19-year-old from Yemen has definitely experienced a genocide. I interviewed him 10 months ago. Oh my fucking God. And people consistently come back to me and try to address that interview over and over again, not realizing that they're about to be hit with the top of the hour ad break, which is 3 minutes long. And if you no longer want to see those ads, all you need to do is subscribe. Okay? Yeah, this is my agent. He's my best friend. It's kind of wild that, like, Asmongold has demonstrated more growth in this process than anybody fucking else. It's crazy. He said the most, like, unimaginable shit. And then he was like, I'm learning. I'm learning from my experiences. I'm going to take the time out to fucking be a better person. I'm going to clean my fucking house. And then he moved on. Anyway, here's the 3-minute ad break now. Subscribe if you no longer want to see that.
Is actively involved in Houthi piracy. So this is others argue that at the very least, he's just a guy that is extremely anti-Semitic. Klein also blasted Hasan and others because of clips like this.
I think like anyone who does our general job, and especially someone like him who...
Oh shit, Felix Biederman on Philly D, baby. Let's go. Woo! Oh, yeah. Down. We made it, boys. We made it. We did it. I got to let Felix know. Oh, by the way, Felix Biederman, number one anti-Semite, of course, Jewish himself, is going to be on the broadcast tomorrow, possibly to fucking clip farm a little bit more to get on Philly D again. Okay? Brace Belden says hello. Brace hit me up the other day and said that he was on a plane and there was a dude next to him sitting on the plane intently watching my stream. And he said he was a little freaked out by the process. And I was like, did he recognize who you are? And if the answer is no, then that means you have to come on the stream more frequently because it seems like you're fucking up. People don't know who you are. That's voice actor Felix Biederman to you, sir. Yes, famous from Disco Elysium, but more importantly, E1 Podcasts, sodas, Disney Pixar sodas.
I only make $3 million a month. I'm middle class. He makes $30 million a month.
He's. By the way, E got mad at you for not saying you had Tourette's when Felix said he was a very nervous guy. Wait, what? What? Stop anti-Semites. They really out to get you, Hasan. Yeah, that's like, yeah, good luck. Good luck, kings. Stop anti-Semitism. Twitch CEO Dan Clancy has enabled anti-Semitism to spread like cancer on Twitch. His top revenue earner, Hasan Piker, is rumored to earn a 7-figure multi-million-dollar salary while pushing anti-Semitic pro-terror content under Dan Clancy's watch. California Police Department, please look into this. Report him to the FBI. What is this? Look at what this Arab Jew says about you. What? I mentioned Ethan Klein, Hasan Piker, and Twitch anti-Semitism. What is this? What is happening here? What? Rogan joking about someone getting PTSD's ground for permanent ban cancellation class list. What? I suspect that this is not going to... I don't know why you sent... Why do I click on every fucking link that dumbasses send me? I don't care about this. I don't know who the fuck this guy is. Okay, I'm sorry. No disrespect to that guy. I'm sure he has great opinions. All right? Ban who linked it? Yeah, I don't fucking... All right, let's finish upper middle class. And then I'm gonna
He's
get to
upper middle class. And it's like, we won the lottery. Why are you bitching about the...
This motherfucker says you are rich, so why do you care about anti-Semitism? Also, like, Hasan is fucking as rich, like probably as rich as I am. Let's be honest. He downplays his wealth. He gets like the same concurrent viewers as we do, and he collects all the money straight to.
Wait, dog, that's crazy. What the fuck? First of all, I do not downplay my wealth at all. And secondly, no, we are not in the same category of wealth. That is wild. I'm really fucking well off. But, you know, there's levels to this shit, man. What the fuck? Like, what the fuck? Yeah, we're the same. We're the same level. What is this? If this isn't the perfect distillation of incessant petulant narcissism of Zionists who have been coddled their entire lives to the point where they think disagreement is worse than genocide, I don't know what it is. What a repulsive little worm. They're going to fucking say this is anti-Semitic, by the way. Like, people are immediately going to be like, that's anti-Semitic. You said a Jewish man is a worm. You said he's a Zionist. And I'm just letting you know, I'm sure that they've already fucking ran the table here. Felix's response, oh my God, this guy makes like $7 trillion a year selling Dora the Explorer clothes. Buy an F-16. You're so anxious, Christ. His comments are all turned off. How am I supposed to know the opinion of his fans? Yes, like there's a reason why he has his comments turned off, and that's something that I tried to fucking explain to Ethan way back in the day, which is that it's not just my community, it's how you are presenting yourself through these treacherous waters. If your sole focus when Israel is doing a fucking complete genocide in Gaza, if your sole focus revolves around you know, that people are saying you're a Zionist, and how Jewish Voice for Peace is like akin to tokens, like a Candace Owens or something. Yeah, people are gonna mistake you. People are going to assume that you are a Zionist. This is an IHRA definition of anti-Semitism, Hail Mary. Yeah, I might actually have the guy who came up with that definition who thinks it's ridiculous for governments to use it. I was talking to Noah about this. We'll figure it out. Lamau, bro is inventing his fans' response. Wait, what? No, I'm not inventing that at all. There were fucking a shit ton of comments being like, bro, I'm a subscriber of yours. What the fuck are you doing? What are you doing? Why are you fucking talking about your own personal feelings in this matter? And then he fucking shut off all the comments from his chat. Not you, him. Oh.
To the dome himself, okay? So, like, the same logic, just say, hey, son, why are you getting so worked up about Gaza, man? We won the lottery. You're rich, dude. Just chill.
Yeah, okay, great. That's a great question. Yeah, because my tax dollars are directly funding and facilitating this fucking genocide, okay? There is no way you are comparing people saying that you are a Zionist to the genocide in Gaza. That's incredible, dude. And I'm not saying that Ethan has not experienced anti-Semitic vitriol throughout this process. Of course he has. Non-fucking stop, as a matter of fact. There are plenty of garbanzo dipshits out there who have non-stop. He's experienced anti-Semitic attacks before Israel decided to do another endless siege on Gaza. Anti-Semitism is a permanent staple in America, okay? And there's never been a moment where I have considered that to be appropriate or acceptable. Garbanzo. Yeah, like garbage. Okay? Garbage. Isn't this what your friend said first? Oh, he is. He directly says multiple times in this rant why he should care about the genocide. What do you mean? Why should he care about the Oh, you're saying like he's saying here. Fuck you, said Garbanzo. You're going to get clipped for that since it's chickpeas? Yeah, that's fucking nuts, okay? Chickpeas have not been associated exclusively with Israel. That's an insane fucking statement. Anyway.
Oh, like what a pathetic fucking response.
And honestly, I mean, for this part, it kind of just goes on and on from there because they're doing all these during live streams. We're talking about tons and tons of hours. I'll link to it down below. It's just something we can't cover point by point in this show. So if you want to do an even deeper dive, you have the tools at your fingertips. But then, as I promised I would come back and touch on, something that many people have pointed to as proof that Twitch was being anti-Semitic is the fact that Israelis weren't able to sign up to the site. Right? Among others, you had political commentators like Destiny bring this up, and also Twitch said that it fixed it shortly afterward, saying when signing up for a Twitch account, you can select an account verification method, email or phone, for added protection. Following the October 7th, 2023 attacks, we temporarily disabled signups with email verification in Israel and Palestine. And going on to claim we did this to prevent uploads of graphic material related to the attack and to protect the safety of users. But Twitch then going on to say that not letting users sign up with an email later on, that was a mistake and just an oversight and that it's fixed now. So this, as you might have noticed, there was a big community note on that. With that note claiming that Twitch's explanation is not true and that even phone verification signups weren't working. But with now all of that said and as things continue to play out in real time, I gotta pass the question off to you. What are your thoughts with this mess? Any and all of it. I know there are a number of things.
Yeah, the Amazon subsidiary. The Amazon subsidiary is like secretly trying to stop Israelis from signing up to the platform. Like, come on, dude. Yeah. Also, once again, Palestinian voices were also suppressed in that matter. Like, I'm sorry. It is like absolutely fucking insane for anyone to be like, yeah, an Amazon subsidiary by the name of Twitch is actually so pro-Palestinian that they're like doing nutty ass shit, like fucking banning Israelis from joining the platform. The premise is so insane. The company is so anti-Semitic that everyone who works there decided to block people from signing up in Israel. They thought no one would notice. Yeah. E's argument makes no sense. Imagine if your RG store was filled with posts from the Hamas Piker website instead of all that's happening in Gaza. That's the equivalent. They're trying so hard to make you look bad. I mean, it's fine. This isn't like that bad. The only thing that one of the deorbiters went viral with the claim that it was all because Twitch moved its IT services to Egypt and was way more bigoted towards Egyptians than anyone on Twitch has ever been towards Israelis. It's wild as fuck. Yes, I saw that on LSF. What a fucking surprising turn of events. There were a shit ton of comments being like, everyone knows the Egyptian mind cannot comprehend anti-Semitism. They're anti-Semitic automatically. There will hopefully be a turning point for a lot of people demonstrating such glaringly obvious casual racism. Like, it's fucking crazy. The saddest part about this is that, like, I think going down this fucking route, Ethan will continuously push more and more of his progressive fan base away and will maybe in the short term, as long as he keeps shitting on me, fill that void with a lot of like anti-Hasan people But him and I, in the broadest way possible, are more aligned on politics. Maybe we might have our disagreements here and there than all of those other people. As a matter of fact, him and I are completely aligned on the issue of anti-Semitism, whereas a lot of those people that are going in there in the fuck Hasan train are not going to be aligned with him at all on the issue of anti-Semitism. This is the rise and fall of toxic communities. Okay? But is he pushing progressive fans away, or is he spreading his bad takes? No, I think he is pushing his own progressive fans away. That's exactly it. You are being fed, both of you. Yeah, the difference, however, is that my perspective on any of these fucking matters has not changed. Like, some people in my fan base might have a different opinion now and therefore think like, oh, you used to be different and now you say this. But like, I've been very consistent on the issue of anti-Semitism, on the issue of Israel and Palestine, on the issue of Zionism. I have been incredibly fucking consistent. I don't agree at all. How can he be aligned if he seems to misunderstand what anti-Semitism means or actually is? No, I'm saying him and I are in alignment in terms of anti-Semitism. Like, actual anti-Semitism happening is completely unacceptable. There is no fucking room for that. And I agree if that was what he was saying. You allow it in your community? No, I don't. No, I don't. I never have, and I never will. I don't. If you think it's anti-Semitism for people to make up their own minds. Okay, but I read a Ynet article that says you support terrorism. Yeah, that was, I mean, not that shocking. It was more shocking that the Haaretz article said that. Because, like, they actually do have reputable journalists. You know, Ynet can be a little bit more biased, I think. Anyway. I never have, and I never will. Anti-Semitism is unacceptable, as are all other forms of bigotry. Okay? There's a difference between anti-Semitism and people coming to the assumption on their own volition that Ethan might be defending Israel a little bit and therefore might have some Zionist opinions because of the past 12 months of an ongoing genocide and his coverage on the matter, centering himself as he looks to ban prominent fucking pro-Palestinian voices off the platform with ridiculous smears that they are being anti-Semitic. That's it. It's not allowed in his community, and some of the only people who have reached out to me or have been compassionate to me have come from here. Yeah. Hey, just wondering, do you think that Israel has a right to exist? No bad blood here, just wondering. And if people think that it shouldn't, is that anti-Semitic? First of all, in terms of like countries existing, America, Ireland, Canada, England, Germany, no country has like this blanket right to exist. I don't know what this means. Israel exists within the confines of Zionism. Israel only exists in reality as an apartheid state. So no, Israel cannot exist as an apartheid state. This does not mean that every single Jewish person that lives there has to be forcibly expelled, because that would be cruel. That would be violent. That would be, ironically, what Israel did to the Palestinians in its inception of its nation state in an act called the Nakba in 1948. Okay? Israel cannot exist as an ethno-nationalist state that occupies territory that dominates millions, tens of millions of Palestinians every fucking day. All of this, yeah, the expulsion of Israelis is why I support a one-state solution, or the expulsion of like directly settlers in the West Bank is why I support a one-state solution. It's not going to happen, and it would be cruel and unusual punishment. Why is it cruel, Hasan? They never cared when they did it to us Palestinians. Okay, examine that thought a little bit, and you will understand. You must never allow yourself to become like your oppressors. That's the whole point. Yeah, how the fuck do you think Zionism as a political project got to this point? Ta-Nehisi said it best. Nations aren't given as a right. They're taken by force. They are maintained through force. Exactly.
Things at play here, any and all of it. I'd love to hear from you in those comments down below. But then, taking a quick break from the news, does anyone else equate fall?
Anyway. Yeah. The idea that I'm like anti-Semitic or allow anti-Semitism to exist in this community is literally no different than people saying I'm fucking transphobic. It's no different than people saying that I'm anti-black, okay? There are hours and hours and hours of commentary dedicated to this, tens of thousands of hours of commentary dedicated to all of these issues over the course of many, many fucking years, okay? It's ridiculous. There's nothing wrong with Jews living in the Levant. The problem is a state forcibly maintaining an ethnic majority while oppressing the other inhabitants. Exactly. Let's
round
finish.
of interviews before
Let's get
the
back to
final
the
push. Her next
You're getting the Jeremy Corbyn treatment? Yeah, it doesn't matter. You know why it doesn't matter? Because when this shit was happening to Jeremy Corbyn, people were not as like tapped into what the fuck Israel was doing. Okay? I defended him back then. I remember. It does not matter. Like, look at this racist bullshit. Breaking. Internal Twitch chat shows platform moderators located in Egypt. With the rise of Jew hatred and terror promotion on Twitch, perhaps a US-based company needs to bring trust and safety back home. I'm sorry, I took a day off since I'll be working at TwitchCon this weekend. For user privacy, I can't comment on specifics. I will say that anything that would violate Twitch's hate speech or racism policy, please report timestamp and context. Our investigators will look into it. Our vendor is in Egypt, but I can tell you for a fact that they are escalating people who support terrorist groups, and we work with law enforcement for any threats made on our site. How fucking insane. Like that is just straight up racism, dude. Like this right here is just like unfiltered, unrestricted. Like no one in Egypt is capable of dealing with anti-Semitism. Like what the fuck? This is just Islamophobia. This is not an argument. Like, oh, Egyptians are also terrorists. Like they can't deal with this shit. But no, you can't. God forbid you fucking mention that. Twitch literally stopped all Arab content creators from getting payouts before this happened in 2022 and like last year again. I don't even remember that, but
Next big appearance out on the trail will be her first time campaigning out alongside Barack Obama. Robin.
All right, Mira, thanks to you.
The race for the White House.
Exactly 2 weeks till the final votes. Our team has the latest on Vice President Harris and former President Trump. They've hit key battleground states. We're tracking the early voting in this tight race. Millions of Americans have already cast their ballots. Rachel Scott starts us off in North Carolina. Good morning, Rachel.
George, good morning to you. Exactly 2 weeks to go. 37 states, including right here in North Carolina, have already started early voting. This is where the former president has a rally tonight. It's a must-win for his campaign. But in the final stretch, Donald Trump using increasingly incendiary rhetoric to attack Vice President Kamala Harris and still pushing false claims about the administration's response.
this whole drama was literally started on a Loner Box stream where they just openly said they were trying to get you banned by making the Twitch thing go viral and brigading Twitch like totally out in the open. I mean, dude, if you see shit like that, log it. Talking about how to word tweets and lie about stuff to make you look as bad as possible. They told all the viewers to spam it to make it go viral. Yeah, just, you know, find it, send it to me. We'll analyze it. We'll look at it. Before they fucking delete that shit. I like that they're having to do how tariffs actually work. Well, at the time, it just seems like drama. No, dude, that is a coordinated effort to fucking falsely smear someone for speaking out against Israel's violence. It's a targeted, coordinated, brigaded campaign to fucking smear someone. Are you kidding me? With an open fucking intent to defame. Does anyone have this link or not? Anyway. I mean, I'm sure they'll fucking delete it.
Make your entire tweet about how they're blocking Palestinians, nothing about Israelis. Israelis can still use Twitch in your tweet, okay? Like, you don't say that, but don't mention anything about Israelis.
How would I word that? So this is what happened when a Palestinian sent me when a Palestinian.
Okay, I'll help you with a tweet. Okay, so getting disturbing news. I have verified several disturbing reports that Twitch has systematically blocked all Palestinians from the West Bank to the Gaza Strip from being able to create accounts on Twitch.
I don't know if that's true, though, because I think West Bank gets their internet from fucking Jordan.
It's not a guarantee. Someone sent me this.
They might, yeah.
Hold on. I'll send you it, but I don't know.
From the river to the sea. Do that, from the river to the sea.
They're banning.
Which...
my favorite Houthi is live, and Frank is back.
No shot, is he?
Oh no, sorry.
No, it's not.
He has 105 viewers. He was for a second.
I'm just gonna believe in myself. Okay.
No. Come on, we can do this. We can do a good job.
I don't know why you keep insisting it has to be the West Bank. Just say a Palestinian. Just send me that. That's true, right?
Because your tweet is garbage.
Okay.
It's like so
Dictate.
This is the thing that I see on the ground. Okay. Been receiving disturbing reports from my fans that all Palestinians from the river to the sea.
Fuck you. I'm not doing no.
What? Why?
Because we haven't confirmed that it's happening in Gaza and the West Bank, Dick.
It's just reports. You're not confirming it. You've just received. I'm giving you I'm reporting that
that's not a report.
That's funny, man. At the moment, they're trying to get you and Dan Clancy pulled in front of Congress to explain why the platform is anti-Semitic. Mass email campaigns to Congress people, prominent AIPAC members such as Illinois 10th District, Brad Schneider. I wish I was lying. I think if these guys don't stop, I can get the clip if you want. Yes, send it to me. If these guys don't stop, then like obviously like other legal avenues are probably going to be pursued. I'm not saying I'm going to do it. Like I don't give a shit enough, but like it's actually fucking ridiculous that like one man's personal vitriolic agenda, Destiny, being fucking upset that you know, he's a fucking weirdo loser, has caused him to take it to this level. I mean, this is insane. The reason he's doing this from the Palestinian POV is his whole brand is a reasonable defender of Palestine as an ardent Zionist. He's been attacking you and the Palestinians for years as a deorbiter. I mean, that's crazy, man. Oh, it's such a strange thing to do. It's such a strange, like, it's such a genuinely strange thing to do. Just like find different content. I don't know why your content revolves around this. What is this? Here's the email I formulated for my local representative. Dear my local rep, I hope this message finds you well. I'm not sure you're familiar with what twitch.com is, but please don't disregard this email if you haven't heard of it. For context, it's one of the largest live streaming. Hasan Piker is the largest content creator on the website, and the CEO of Twitch has literally joined his live stream this year to sing him happy birthday, so they have a close friendship. Piker is a very far-left socialist. He once said America deserved 9/11, and recently he was streaming actual terrorist propaganda on his live stream with Muslims carrying around flags saying death to Israel, death to Jews, death to America in Arabic. He was not criticizing the video. He was encouraging his friend to watch it to show him how musically talented the terrorists were. I'm not joking. As a concerned citizen, I believe the platforms Twitch has a responsibility to regulate. On top of all this, for the past year, all Israelis have been prohibited from creating Twitch accounts. I kindly urge you to investigate this matter and pressure Twitch. Yeah, they're trying to do a letter writing campaign. New marching orders from Dan. He's going with the nuclear option.
Here, I know
They also call themselves the Taliban, which is fucking insane. But what is this?
how to do it. Imagine how fucking funny it will be to like have Hasan be called before Congress and Dan Clancy, right? Think about that. Think about the content. For 5 minutes of your time, think about the content that you can create.
Like, they don't give a fuck about anything. That's the funniest part about this, or the saddest part about it, is that like they don't give a shit. They think it's content. What's really shocking is how they like openly showcase their mass letter writing and brigading campaign directly on camera for everyone to see. Like, I mean, this is 4chan shit. This is Gamergate shit. You know what I mean? The difference, however, is that in terms of like Gamergate 4chan shit, like obviously sweaty fucking gamers talking about like video games and like women being in video games is one thing, right? And it's not necessarily going to be seen or perceived in a positive manner. Whereas like you can get Congress to be motivated against like anyone and everyone that they can smear as anti-Semitic. But again, 12 months of ethnic cleansing. And this is what it is for a lot of these guys in this community, in Destiny's community, it's just content. Just, oh, it'll be so funny.
But it'll only happen if you spend 5 minutes. That's it. Okay? Like, that will be fucking content. Trust me, okay? Hasan up there talking about, like, you know, America deserving 9/11, it would be fucking mental. It would be hilarious. All you have to do is call your congressman, okay? House representative. Don't go for the senators. They're too fucking busy, okay? I've been talking with one, and it's like a pain in the ass. You get their aides all the time. And they reached out to me. So, do this instead. House of Representatives, there's like 400 of them or something, like a fuck ton of them. And just do what I just said. You're Jewish, or you know someone who's Jewish. This is really fucked up. Can you please do something to look into this? And even if you don't talk to the house, don't give up.
Who is this guy? This is this is Destiny's second in command, his podcast co-host, a person that I knew in the past as well. Like he's lovingly known as Slumlord Dan in his community.
If you call in and it's like, hey, I can take a message, that's fine. That's absolutely fine. Give a message. Unironically, leave a message. And that's it. And then you're done. Okay? That's fine. You don't have to talk to the actual house, dude. You can talk to the Dan at the desk, if you will. That's fine. That counts because they know and they look into it. You know why? Because when people call in, when they care about something enough that they actually call, that's their litmus test of like.
I like that they've moved on from swatting to just like trying to use American Congress against like their perceived enemies for fucking content. And it's so callous that he is openly doing this in broad fucking daylight. Like, he doesn't even give a shit. He's like, I don't care about anything. It'll just be funny. Like, what do you do? When did Dan swat someone? What the fuck? That's not what I said, man. Oh, his fanboys are in here, dude. Holy fuck. No, dog. The common thing that these fucking troll groups normally do is swat streamers and shit, okay? I'm saying that they're doing this. I'm saying that they've moved on from that. I'm not saying he is swatting people.
Wait a minute. People actually really give a shit about this. I'm not joking. And also, all of these people in the House right now are super election-brained right.
I worked on Capitol Hill. Members do not give a shit about calls. They just put in a batch by an intern. Members never pick up the phone amount. I know. What's the point of even doing this? He claimed he played Dungeons & Dragons with you and regrets it. He says he used to respect you before Destiny radicalized him. He wears it like a badge of pride and not an ounce of self-awareness on how this looks pathetic. Jesus Christ. Like, that's crazy. If you fucking actually genuinely thought that I was being anti-Semitic, I don't think you would be this callous in your indifference. Like, regardless of the fact that I'm not, by the way. Oh, also, here's why he's doing this, apparently.
Before anything happens, to show there's two things that need to happen. One, Frogan needs to be banned. That's like just an immediate thing. Not that I even give a fuck about Frogan, to say it again, but it's just so obviously apparent that if she doesn't get banned, that nobody gives a shit over there, right? Like that is the most obvious case in the entire world of someone breaking the terms of service. And
yeah, it's a clear hate speech violation of a protected class of citizens too, because she's going after veterans, I think. Yeah.
Yep.
So yeah,
it's multiple
ban.
things.
I agree.
Right.
Yeah.
So if that doesn't happen, we know that there's no change at Twitch. So that's step one. Will that happen? Step two is they have to unban Steve. Like, because otherwise I don't. If they're able to unban Fresh and Fit and Sneeko, they can unban Steve.
Well, they banned Fresh and Fit and Sneeko. That's crazy. Like he wants Destiny to be unbanned. Like those are the demands that they're making. Dude, how do you not fucking recognize that you're cynical, albeit somewhat successful, but not really, insane brigading and harassment initiative is literally proof that Destiny is not getting unbanned? Like, what the fuck? Like, how do these people... I have no way of changing Twitch's attitude on any of these things, for the record. But I'm a normal human being with a fucking brain who understands that, like, yeah, if people do this sort of shit, I'm certain that a major platform is not going to want them there. Like, this is an unhinged level of brigading. Why do they parrot that YouTube stream is better all day but still want to be unbanned from Twitch? I don't know. Yeah. It's cool, though, that, like, it doesn't matter that they think you have that ability. I think it's kind of wild that, like, I thought his community was supposed to be about politics and they're doing this shit like 13 days from an election. Yeah. This is like a fucking whole ass adult too. I mean, so is Destiny. Like, him and Destiny both are just like fucking, what is like Destiny like 37 or some shit? This guy's probably in his fucking 40s. Like, what are you doing, man?
And then if they do those two things, then I'll talk to Dan Clancy and I'd be happy to figure out a way forward for him to change the way that trust and safety is done, so that is no longer.
By the way, didn't they fucking literally dox the trust and safety team too? How do you not get angry as fuck when seeing all this insanity? Because this has been going on for the past 5 years. They haven't really stopped doing it. Bro is live reacting to you right now, calling you a pedo. The fuck? I thought Dan was like a normal guy. I'm being fucking 100% for real. Like, I thought he was like more normal than Destiny, but I haven't really kept up with whatever the fuck's going on in their lives. This is like genuinely deranged behavior. It's odd. I mean, like I said, they've been doing this non-fucking stop, right? Like, they haven't really stopped doing this, which is why it's not that shocking. I guess it's just not that shocking to me to see it.
Longer the stereotypical purple-haired whatever that it currently is. It's too skewed right now, unfortunately.
Anyway, dude, I'm not gonna lie, and I will say this always. This is a genuine fucking firmly held commitment that I have to this. I hope these guys get better. Okay? I hope they get better, because this is like, this is truly unhinged, man. It's not, there is no fucking way that this is healthy for you. Like, being in this pit of despair every fucking day. Being in this pit of despair every goddamn day, day in, day out, is not healthy. I promise you, whatever kind of vengeance that you get out of me is not going to fix your life when you are this fucking toxically involved in mass harassment campaigns like this. Like, let's say these guys, what they wanted, okay? Let's say I got banned from Twitch permanently. Perma-ban. Everyone is saying that I'm a fucking terrorist. Someone comes and fucking kills me, right? Do you think the next day your life is going to be better? Or will you look back at all of the events that unfolded? I'm sure some people will hear me right here in this moment and go, no, that actually would make my life better. Now, I have to ask you, how the fuck do I have that much presence in your life? I don't know you. I don't think about you at all. And I will forget about you as soon as I'm done with this message. Like, it's not healthy and I mean this in all sincerity, it is not healthy for you to be this obsessed. I promise you would live a happier life if you went outside, made friends, over your shared interests, over your hobbies that aren't fucking cyber stalking and engaging in mass harassment campaigns against a content creator